Hi, this is a quick tutorial on how to prepare your images for your website using Adobe Photoshop. If you don't have Photoshop, visit my website to find out how to get a free copy of Photoshop CS2. Yes, Adobe has released this legacy version of the ever-popular Photoshop as freeware. I will be working on Photoshop CS5 for Mac, and therefore my screen and options may look slightly different from yours. Let's look at the website of Zest Catering. I want to create images for this slider. I know that the slider width is 720 pixels wide and the height is 290 pixels. Open Photoshop, go to File, New, and create a canvas with a size. Let's name it first. Let's call it Zest Home 720 to 90 pixels. It doesn't really matter what you call it, but it's a good idea to just call it, give it a logical name so you can easily find it later on. The width must be 720 pixels. Make sure you're on pixels. Height 290 and resolution 72. Color mode RGB color, and that's pretty much it. Say OK. Now we've created our canvas. We can arrange it, drag it a bit bigger if we want. And the canvas itself I like to actually make smaller. So I hold in Control and press the minus button. And you'll see if I drag it bigger again that the actual canvas itself is smaller. Okay, let's get our first image. Wherever you save your images on your computer, navigate to that folder. And there's a few different ways of opening your images in Photoshop. The easiest, however, is to select that image and simply drag it onto the canvas. Now, to get the image bigger, you can just use the corner handles, but make sure you hold in the Shift key in order to scale the image proportionally. And leave the Shift key, and now you can move it around. Obviously, this is not going to work because this image is not covering my canvas. So, hold in the Shift key again and make it bigger. So that my image must be at least that width in order to cover the whole canvas. Now I move it up a bit until I'm very happy with it and I press enter and done. Let's grab another image. Take the image, drag it onto the canvas and let it go. You'll notice that here on the right it created a second layer. Let's get this image layer the right size. Drag it, holding Shift key in the whole time, and I'm happy with that. Enter and done. So if I hide that layer, I'll see the one below. If I hide that one, I'll see my background, and if I hide my background, I see nothing. So let's save the top layer. Awesome Platter. Go to File, Save for Web and Devices. Note at the bottom it says that this image will be 50 KB in size. It's a bit big. Let's get it slightly smaller. The presets is on JPEG. Make sure it's JPEG. Your other options will be a PNG file or GIF file, but keep it to JPEG. And I'm going to make it medium size. You'll see that the image size will be half the size, yet there's no difference in the quality from what I can see. So that's a good idea. The smaller the image, the faster your website. Click Save and navigate to the place we want to save it. And let's call it something that is good for us to recognize, but also good for Google. Zest Catering South Africa Food, and then Home, so we know where this belongs. And this is Platter 01. And there you go. Now let's save the next one. Hide the top layer, the layer above aubergine salads, and go to File, Save for Web and Devices. Look at the size, 16 KB. Now I do see it's a bit pixelated, so let's make it slightly higher and see what happens. Keep your eye on the image and see if you can see the difference. Yep, it definitely is a bit better. And save it. And we're gonna click on that one to get, so we don't have to retype everything, but then just change the last bit, and we call it salad. 01, just in case we later have a salad number 2. And that is it. In the next tutorial, I will show you how to upload these images to your WordPress slider. Thank you.